these things that we do in the masjid and in the Husayniyah, it ends when we get to the house. And the first masjid in your life for your children is the house. The first hawza for your children is your house. Drawn on. The bed of the husband and the wife is mubarak, is muqaddas. When you sleep next to your wife, every nafas is ibadah. The 2 rakat of a married man is better than a person who stays up all night in prayer and stays the whole day in song. It's muqaddas. She's amanat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gives you this woman amana. Here you go, take care of her. I'm going to ask you about her later. Same thing for your prayers are not accepted if your wife is upset with you. And if the husband's upset with the wife, her prayers are not accepted. It's very important. If I feel that my wife is upset with me and I'm going to go pray, I go, man, the hadith is heavy. I'm going to waste my time here. I got to go say sorry. She accepts it, she doesn't accept it, I tried. But go say sorry. I'm trying to bring a bit of my personal life here because we're just being real. You have disagreements, you do upset each other, it's normal. But you got to, and alhamdulillah, you're going to find the more that you guys give and take and do the dance of, understanding each other, you're going to find the fights stop. It eventually stops. And it's not all fights, they're only occasional. Most of the time things are good. Another aspect of maintaining happiness in a marriage is exaggeration. Avoid it. When you get angry, the first thing we say, you never call me. To a man, you never call me, bro. It's like, but I called you last week. What you really meant to say was, you don't call me as much as I'd like you to. That's what you actually meant. But you exaggerated and you got pissed off and you said the wrong thing. You never make anything I like. Well, last week you told me that thing that I made you was nice. Why are you saying it? Oh, for the past 3 days I haven't liked your meals. Or she's like, well, I'm not obligated to make you any food. Go make it yourself. How dare you say that to me? And then it becomes an argument. Correct? Exaggeration. Avoid it. Another thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَعَشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ اللهم صل على محمد sorry صلى على محمد وعلى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرج
كرهتموهن فعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا. Okay. The ayah says that live with them in a good way. وَعَشِرُهُنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ. And He says, if you dislike a thing in your partner, He says, perhaps Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make that thing you dislike khayran kathira, a great abundance for you. See, the beautiful role that a woman has in a man's life is a woman refines the character of a man even when she's negative. Does that make sense, or should I explain it a bit more? Okay, please, if you want me to explain it, a salawat, please.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil faraj.
There is an expectation of men that they have restraint. That if people do the wrong thing, that they are, in Lebanon, we always have in every village a mukhtar. We call them the mukhtar, the mayor of the village, the one who decides affairs. Yeah? He's the mukhtar, the one that applies what's decided, right? You have to have that sort of level that you're a mukhtar in your house. That if there are disputes, you're the one who's the restrained one, who's the wise one. That you never let your emotions get the best of you. That's expected of you. It's not expected of your spouse for her to manage her emotions 100% of the time. And people are going to say there's no difference between men and women. We disagree with that generally as Muslims. No, we find there are biological differences which lead to psychological differences, which is something that is mentioned in sciences, yeah? Men are more prone to anger, for example. Men and women are more prone to, say, more emotions. Their emotional, say, fluctuations are higher. They have differences in moods more often than men. These are things that we accept. Okay, so if you dislike a thing in your partner, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can make it such a great abundance for you. Say sometimes your wife is a bit rude to you, that's a way of training your patience. That's you refining your way of how to take that out of her. Or for some reason that you have a bad habit, she's a bit patient, she's a smart wife and she knows how to talk to her husband. She knows how to pull him along without him realizing. And women are very good at that. She's a good salihah woman. She knows how to influence you to do the right thing without you even noticing. And women have that quality. They have that tabi'at where they can have 5 different children and they wear 5 different caps. Men, because we think, like we said before, in a more general way, in a less way that's more particular, we have one size fits all for our parenting. You smack one, you smack the rest. For women it's different. They know how to adopt different personalities, and they can have a different personality, all part of the same one personality. Now, qana'a. So this is getting more into the happiness part of the lecture. Be content with what you have. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He gives you something great, He gives you qana'a. Now what you've been given, you're happy with. You're happy with your level in society, you're happy with your status, you're happy with the color of your skin, you're happy with how you look, and you're happy with your wife. Don't ask for more than what you deserve. Some people, they marry a woman and they think, oh, I'm not as attracted to her anymore. I go, Habibi, what do you do for work? Oh, you know, I'm a bricklayer. Okay. Does a woman who is Miss Universe marry a bricklayer? I'm a graphic designer. Does Miss Universe marry a graphic designer? La, Miss Universe marries the CEO. She marries, say, Jeff Bezos, you know, the CEO of Amazon. Habibi, accept your level. Are you the best man in the world? Are you the best looking man in the world? Habibi, don't accept the best looking. You're not going to get it. Accept your status in society. Have qana'a. That's how it works. Accept your level. Another thing, inshallah, the grass is not greener on the other side. The first thing the male mind does when he has a fight with his wife and he goes to work, or there's a disagreement, or he dislikes something in her, is he starts to gaze at other couples or other women. You know, the woman has a fight with her husband and then she goes out, you know, with the kids, or she goes out with a friend. They're in a cafe somewhere and they see this couple laughing and she's thinking, oh, I wish I was that woman right now. Why did I have to marry that idiot at home? That's usually what happens. Okay, that's a passing feeling. They're like clouds. They're passing feelings. They'll go away. Understand that they will go away. It's just temporary. Be patient. You'll find that next thing you know, you say sorry, she says sorry, you're laughing again, everything's cool. The grass is not greener. Don't be tempted. If attraction reduces in you as a man, don't be tempted to marry when you're married permanently. Someone goes to Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam, he says, Ya Sayyidu Mawlai, I'm a married man. Is it permissible for me to do mut'a marriage? He says, why should you do that when Allah has enriched you from that? One chef put it very nicely, a chef from Sydney, he says, Habibi, when you own a house, why pay rent? True. If you own a house, why pay rent? Don't think that these are just temporary fixes for a deeper issue. Attraction, as soon as your body is relieved of its sexual urges, you don't have any taste for it. It's a shahwa. It's the same thing with food. Think of your favorite meal right now, and you ate a plate of that favorite meal, and someone puts you a second plate. Can you have a second plate? No, you said, it's my favorite meal, but I'm full. Shab'an. I can't eat anymore. It's the same thing with your sexuality. So if these issues don't come up, understand the grass is not greener on the other side. You just need to be patient, weather the storm. You're in a ship, sometimes it's beautiful cruising, sometimes you have to weather the storm. Inshallah, is that understood? Inshallah, please salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, he says, tell your wife, I love you every day. Uhibbuki. There are no hadith where he tells the woman to tell her husband. The hadith, subhanAllah, is usually the man saying it to, because this is a requirement of a woman in her heart. A man doesn't need to hear I love you constantly. Some of us men are poets and we're sensitive and we like to hear these things. Alhamdulillah, that's fine. Generally speaking, the Prophet spoke mostly about women in that, say I love you every day to your wife. Before you leave to work, if she doesn't work and she's a stay-at-home mom, for example, or a stay-at-home wife, make sure you poke her awake, wake her up, give her a kiss and say I love you, go to work, and say have a great day. And don't talk to her for the rest of the day. Because you need things to talk about when you get home. That's another advice. Yeah, back in our forefathers, unless she wants you to text every so often, that's fine. But don't tire yourself of each other. Don't talk all day, then get home and talk all night. Give yourself space. See, the reason why people are so annoyed with each other is they're so attached. We can. Sometimes I get annoyed with my spouse if I call, she doesn't answer right away. They used to annoy me. I said, say, why didn't you answer my calls? She says, well, I don't care about my phone that much. And I thought about it, you know what? I wish I was like that. I wish I didn't care because I'm sick of notifications. I get stressed from them, right? So now I delete a lot of apps. I went on Facebook and I feel better. I have no Instagram. I have Twitter. Nothing like that. So I realized that actually her philosophy of phone usage is a lot better. But anyway, without going off the point, give each other space. Our forefathers didn't have mobile phones. They went to work for 8 hours a day. She was not sure if the guy's going to get shot, and he won't come home and no one knows about it till 3 days later. She had no idea. When we played as kids, when I was a kid, my mum would say, get back home before dark. That's all she said. I had no phone. We had no phones back then. No mobile phones. The people with mobile phones were suitcases. My father used to have one. A mobile phone and a suitcase. That's how big they were. I'm not that old, but very quick advancements in technology. SubhanAllah. And building the faith starts with you. If your wife, her hijab isn't the best, well, look, you married her that way. So don't pressure her after you marry her. And if a wife or a woman marries a man and he does a certain habit, she can't pressure him to change. Who you choose is who you choose. Stick with it. Marriage is very easy in Islam, but divorce is very hard. There are a lot of conditions, and a good scholar makes it very hard for you to divorce. Yeah, a lot of mediation. The Quran says you've got to bring in wise people from both sides of the family. You need a mushawara, seeking the advice and counsel of scholars and people of wisdom. It makes it difficult. Whereas getting married, it's very simple. One lady, she married a man in the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. He says, who will marry? She goes, Ya Rasulullah, I want a husband. She stands up, he says, who will marry this woman? A man stands up and he says, I'll marry this woman. He says, do you have any money for mahar? He said, no. He's like, okay, do you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, do you have any surahs from the Quran? He says, this is your mahar. They got married, wassalam, see you later, they went home. That's how quick it was back then. But divorcing is a lot harder. So inshallah, I don't want to go for too long. I already have, building the faith starts with you. The last point I'd like to make is, you have the difficult task of making children for the imam. And I think it's important, every lecture, Imam al-Zaman, Ajallahu ta'ala Farajul Sharif is mentioned. The imam is looking at us, watching how we raise our kids. Are they raising a kid that's going to be for me or against me? The kid that is for the imam is a child of taqwa. He observes halal and haram. He's a child that loves Islam, they love the Quran. They look at their parents as the mashayikh of their life. Before they knew Sheikh Fulan and Marja' Fulan, they knew Ummi wa Abi. You are building people for the imam. So put your petty differences aside. You have a purpose. You have been given purpose. Put your petty differences aside. Inshallah, that all these advices have been received, and we wanted to commemorate an aspect of this, which is the istishhad of Imam Zain al-Abidin, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayh. And we wanted to talk about, very quickly, now Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, the son of Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam, the son of, as you know, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Amir al-Mu'mineen, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayh. After Karbala, Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam becomes the imam. The imam was in a difficult, we'll say, position in that he could not preach the religion of Islam outwardly like his father, his grandfather, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. But rather, he had to preach it through dua. So you'll notice that there is a quiet way that he taught the Shia. He taught them in secret. And the Umayyi leadership did not like the fact that Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam was spreading this message, the message of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, and he ordered that he be assassinated through poisoning. And what's important is that some of the greatest people have emerged from this quiet preaching, this closed preaching. You have Abu Mikhnaf, who narrated the story of Karbala, which is still used on today. You also find that one of the companions of Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, Abi Hamza al-Thumali, has a dua, Abi Hamza al-Thumali, which is one of the greatest du'as that we have. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, if you look at the Sahifa, Al-Sajjad, you find there are 53 du'as concerning every aspect of your life, and within every du'a there are arif of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are the secrets to understanding this world and living peacefully in this world. I don't have a reciting prepared for the imam, but I want maybe before we start the hazara, when dear brother Farshad comes up, inshallah, and others, that we think about this before we enter the hazara. Think about all the beautiful things our religion teaches us, how we